It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bulls will hustle to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right on the money. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with a direct snap. Nice move to pick up yardage. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Bulls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Try to pass it in. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Offense changing the play. From the gun, he leads it with the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. On his feet at the 40. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And then it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
Drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line in recent years.
And quarterback, dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. There he goes. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. The screen, he's got wheels, turning it on. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Keeps looking downfield. Makes the grab. It's Roach. Stumbled to the ground. Alabama pushing the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The sure hands, it's Rice. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Might be calling a hot route. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got him in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Release to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up with it.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. Fourth and goal from the 4. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Buffalo.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. He's looking to throw. Touchdown Bulls. Fit it in the window for the score. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
to throw it. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll return it. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Murphy. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Might be changing the route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Rice. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. The give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out and get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
They send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
From the gun on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now, of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Crimson Tide. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo has it back, but see what the Bulls offense can do. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They go to the ground. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dumps it off in the flats. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Going to swing it on second down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Bulls in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Now, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
And the Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulls are flying down the field.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He wants to throw it again. Quick strike complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And the Bulls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and going there next for this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. The Bulls are in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they'll get him down inside the 5, and this offense powering toward a score.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's the handoff. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Under fire. Swings it out to his running back.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This field goal would make it a 1-possession game, and the crowd trying to get in this guy's head. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Breaks into the open. He's on the 40, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all away. Touchdown, Bama! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss, one good angle, and with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the shotgun on third down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Gain of 1. That's a first down for the offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the Bulls want to pick up the tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking downfield on first down. Got the back over the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? They just keep firing. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Motion from the back. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This late in the game in the fourth quarter, they're in four-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. Can the defense step up here and make a play?
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Taking it the other way. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown time. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And the Bulls can really attack on this second and short. Running back searching for a hole. At the 45 on its way. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Rides to back and leaves it. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
But what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snap it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.